It's finally happening. FromSoft just announced that DLC for Elden Ring is officially in development. Even though we only have the title and a screenshot, there's actually quite a bit we can glean from these two. Let's start with the title, Shadow of the Erdtree. Somewhat confusingly, the Erdtree is also considered the Golden Order itself, unwavering, stretched to the sky, as seen by this one spirit NPC in the Altar's Plateau. We also learn from Enya.
The rune of death goes by two names. The other is destined death. The forbidden shadow plucked from the Golden Order upon its creation.
So if the Erdtree is the same as the Golden Order, and the rune of death and destined death is the same as the forbidden shadow of the Golden Order, then we could say that the shadow of the Erdtree would be the same as the rune of death and destined death. If so, that could mean the DLC takes place in a land of the dead or a spirit world. There are just so many possibilities for storytelling and lore. We can think of a lot of the connections between Godwyn, the Glowmite Queen, and of course both of them have deep connections with Mikkel and Merika. And we do know that there is a spirit world, according to Helphen Steeple. My guess is that the tree we see in the picture is most likely the lampwood, which guides the dead of the spirit world. The tree also seems to be dripping with some type of sap or amber, and sullied amber is embedded within the Prince of Death staff, which is directly linked to Godwyn. So this could be more evidence that the shadow of the Erdtree takes place in a land of the dead. We also see sprawling fields of wheat. For me, I immediately thought of the Elysian fields in Greek mythology. And there's also the archetype of the Grim Reaper, since there are a few skeletons that have reapers. The wheat fields could even be a connection to the windmill dancers, who themselves work with the godskins, but I admit that's a bit of a stretch. In the screenshot, we also see spectral gravestones, which could mean that this world is an opposite of sorts to the lands between. I really do like this theory, but the only thing that gives me a bit of pause is that both the Helphen and Destined Death are linked very closely with black and red, but there's no red in the image. I'd also like to point out that we haven't seen this tree or this sky before. At first I thought the vines around the tree could be death fruit, but if you look closer it doesn't quite look the same to me. In any case, the sky in the picture is very different from the skybox we see when we enter Godwyn and fight Fortisax. And Fortisax, of course, was corrupted by Deathblight. We've also seen the Erdtree a lot, and even as a giant stump if you do the Frenzied Flame ending. And from the icon shield, we also have a depiction of what the Erdtree was like in the Age of Abundance, and the tree in this picture doesn't really look like either of those. A few people have argued that this could be the Halig tree, but we do know what the Halig tree was supposed to look like according to the Halig tree crest shield. And again, I don't really see the connection here. So I think this is just a completely new tree that we haven't seen before. So those are just a few of my thoughts. I'd love to hear what you think about the DLC. Just, share with me your thoughts, your ambitions, the principles you would follow. Just let me know below.